Let all those with ears to hear and eyes to see understand that He is King. In John 6, 1 through 12, Jesus is faced with a large crowd of 5,000 and likely many more if wives and children are included in the number. John tells us that with the intent to test, Jesus asks Philip, "Where are we to buy the bread so that these people may eat?" As if he didn't know the answer already. Philip answers in short with, "We don't have enough money to buy bread for this many people." And bold Simon Peter suggests, without a solution, that there are 5 barley loaves and 2 fish, but that what are they for so many? And the story goes that Jesus multiplied the food and fed the 5,000 plus with so much that there were leftovers. Does it follow that Andrew and Peter both lacked faith? Faith necessary for salvation? No, quite the opposite. You see, these men were walking in step with Christ, our King, but they had only recently been called on and began their lifelong walk with Christ. It is the hope of Christ that these babes in Him develop into young men in Him. And then onward and upward through the sanctification process into giants of the faith as mature, solid, steadfast, confident adults in the faith. Jesus would have much preferred that each reply to the question earlier, "Lord, You are King and sovereign over all, the creator, the defier, the manipulator of natural law, and no seemingly impossible feat is impossible for You, O Lord." That would have been a much preferred response. "So if at Your will, merely speak, and all among us will be full and thirst no more. Simply speak and turn the ground into bread and the rocks to water." Although this would have been faith, their babe-like replies were just that, babe-like. Faith all the present, but it's maturity that was lacking. He is patient, He is kind, He is long-suffering, and willing to provide you with the grace that is sufficient in all circumstances so that you may find joy in your moments of seemingly faithfulness and weakness. He and only He will grow you up in Himself and sustain you completely by the power of His Spirit. For there is nothing good in man, but He who dwells within him. So the longer you walk with Him, the longer He sustains you, and the longer He makes clear paths for your feet and allows you to endure. And with each mountain He moves for you, your faith will increase. The longer you walk with Him, the more you realize there must be less of me and there must be more of Him. The longer you endure, the more evidence of His power will be on display for your mortal eyes, and so your responses to the next mountain will increasingly become less threatening and more of an opportunity for you, through that faith provided to you, to glorify Him with it. In the face of impossibility, those faithful, those given to Christ by our Father, those who believe, ask, and you will receive. Child of God, do not be discouraged that you're not taller. God will give the growth. Child of God, do not be discouraged that you have fallen, for He will pick you up. Peter denied the one that he walked with 3 times only to live and to die for Him later. Your journey has only begun. Pray for spiritual wisdom and for the food that strengthens your spirit. Pray for spiritual eyes and ears so that you may see opportunities to choose Christ daily. Those who endure to the end will be saved, but those who endure are already His. Let those with ears to hear and eyes to see understand that He is the King.